So what's up, everybody? It's me, True Star Screamer, and we're here with yet another double review. From the Marvel's Build-A-Figure Zabu figure line, we have Kazar, who Zabu is his best friend, and Wolfsbane. Now, the last figures were the two figures I really wasn't caring for the line, and this is moving much higher up the list. I have not been able to locate Cable, and I have not been able to locate Thor. Give you a clue. I want Cable a lot more than I want Thor, but I need the part from Thor. These guys, though, are two figures I have actually really been kind of looking forward to. Kazar, just because, well, no personal ties to Kazar, nothing against him and all, the whole Savage Land stuff. He just looks like a really cool figure. And Wolfsbane, though, I have been waiting for this figure for my X Factor team. So, needless to say, these are some anticipated figures. So, let's get these guys out of that plastic prison and see how they rate. I mean, compared to the last video, it's only going up from here. So here we've got Wolfsbane out of the package. They kept her simple, and I'm not really complaining at all. I've liked Wolfsbane. I've liked her in a lot of various incarnations, from the New Mutants to X-Force to X-Factor. The fact of what this figure kind of represents, what we're going to be getting, is a very cool thing. Wait a minute, hold on. Was she ever an X-Force? I can't remember. Because I know she was New Mutants, then Extinction Agenda, then I guess she went to X-Factor? Oh, anyway. Because, yeah. Extinction Agenda. Really cool story, by the way. They did a fantastic job on her uniform. They got the zipper going really well on here, the buckles, everything is painted quite nicely. I really hope to see this uniform again. I actually attempted to make a custom of her once a while ago using a Polaris figure. It did not go well, and I'm very glad things went the way they did, because this turned out very well from Hasbro. As I mentioned before, I was doing a custom because we sort of got a Wolfsbane before. This was an alternate head that was packaged with Mirage. Well, it could be Mirage, Karma, or Wolfsbane. They all use the same bucket. It was kind of a neat thing, but I could never get three of them of that figure. As you can see, the colors are totally different, so it won't really work, though. I was kind of hoping to do a little head swap on it, just to see which... It's not the same joint, so that won't work anyway. I mean, as I said, the colors are totally off, but still, it would have been kind of neat, because, I mean, this is a really nice face sculpt, but I would always want a second head, you know. The joints, I'm going to warn you, are a little on the gummy side connecting here. Just gotta say it. You know, I've been commenting some of the plastic of the previous figures previously. This is definitely feeling back to the old guard of plastic quality. Gotta say it. The texturing is fantastic on the legs. I love the tuft of fur on the calves and on the forearms. I'm really hoping... I'm kind of curious the potential retooling on this is. I mean, the most obvious one that comes to mind is Feral from X-Force. But, I'm trying to wonder if somehow they could pull a marrow out of all this, you know, changing out these tufts for bones. Like, I think would be kind of cool. You know, popping this, instead of a hair piece off here, have the bone structure. Because this has a lot of nice potential. As you can see, double jointed elbows, but you gotta be careful, because you put the stress on them, it puts the stress on the forearm pin here. Double jointed knees, and here's the thing. Really decent back ab crunch, hardly any forward ab crunch, so that's a little annoying. I don't know if I could pop this off and do the Dremel situation to give her more forward ab crunch. We'll see. Depends how much time I got after this review. If I do it, I might do it as either a YouTube short or TikTok. We'll see how that goes. One thing I do like, I got the disc hinge on the neck, so that's great. So I can kind of have her going forward, you know, in a more animalistic stance, which is pretty cool. She can rush forward. So this makes me very happy. And of course, all the joints are pinless. So honestly, biggest thing is the ab crunch is my biggest complaint for it. Everything else is fantastic. She does have a pair of fisted hands, which I will probably never use. The way she was always a slasher. I mean, go forward, rush, she'd claw, bite, and that's about it. I probably would have said, I would have rather, I think, instead of having alternate hands, had an alternate head. She doesn't need much to be done right, which is also why she came packaged with the biggest frickin' Build-A-Figure part of it all. And again, this is very appropriate. Keep her simple, pack the big piece in, all is right with the world. And now, I think I pretty much have a completed X Factor team. Maybe if they did a single release Quicksilver, because I do have the family pack with Magneto and Scarlet Witch. But aside from that, I think we actually have a completed 90s X Factor. We got Strong Guy, we got Havoc, we got Polaris, we got her. You could toss Forge onto that list. You could toss Mystique up there. We got Quicksilver and we got Multiple Man. Cool. Who would have thought that X Factor would be the 90s X Factor would be one of the first teams we complete. Go figure. Alright, on to Kazar. Now we have Kazar. Honestly, this is nowhere near in the top 10 figures I really want for my collection line. But he's not a bad figure. This is a figure that can have a lot of universal appeal, even if you're not a fan of the character. Now, this figure definitely has some things to be desired for, and it has some things it does very well. Hands down, this hand right here that I got the spear in is absolutely horrendous for the spear. The spear is just too thin for it. You can balance it out maybe, but he does not have a solid grip on it, which is a shame because the spear is actually really well done. You know, the wood shaft, this isn't just looking like they didn't just paint this. There's actually some scallops in here, so it looks like this is a hand-hewn stone spear. Then you got the rope binding on here. I mean, yeah, a little wash would have been nice, but this is a lot better than I thought that they could have gone. You know, previous years this would have been like this would have been single colored type of situation. So really well done, but this pistol grip doesn't work well. And you know, when I think I think caveman, I think pistol grips. You know, I think they should have done a dedicated spear hand. I really think this should have been on the ball socket torso, but I'll probably say that for a lot of figures. I mean, he's cut really well, awesome. He's got his butterfly joints, which I think might need the butterfly surgery, which, for those of you who haven't seen those videos, that's when you actually heat up, pop out the socket, and trim the peg on here, because he could definitely use a little more butterflying in there. Plus, this is a pretty stiff joint, so you can hear it kind of clicking in there. I could probably do some surgery on that and fix that up. Other reason why I would have wanted the ball torso is because the way the loincloth is, when you turn the waist, it does start to twist the rubber. Boots are pretty nice, though. You know, he's got the boots with the fur, which is pretty cool. His hair, nice and wild. It's got a yellow plastic with a little bit of brown highlights on there. Really well done. Again, on a disc joint. I'm pretty happy with that, but again, his hair doesn't let him look up that well, which is a shame. But I'm glad we have it, even if I pop off other heads with it. I don't know jack about Kazar. Hands down. I just know he lives in the Savage Land, and he has fought Sauron. So, that's about it. I don't know if he's a mutant. I don't know if he's just a guy who chills there. You know, he's got a big giant saber-toothed tiger, and he hangs out with a girl in a leopard bikini, which, hey, sounds good to me, honestly. My life is good, but if you offered, I'd think about it, type of thing. But this, as a figure, is a fantastic barbarian figure. I could have him fighting He-Man. I could have him, if you had those Frazetta figures. These are pinless joints. These look great. This buck is really well done, aside from the fact that, again, might do that surgery on the shoulders. He comes with a good amount of hands. He's got the open hands here. He's got the fists. And he's got the pistol grip hands, which, while the spear kind of sucks with, it does look pretty good with the knife, which it does also have the vertical hinge, so he can go stabby with it. Actually, it does really well with this knife. That's the other thing. I think he really needed to have some... Oh wait, he does have a sheath. Never mind. I'm happy here. He does have a sheath to hold the knife back here. Life is good. All is right with the world. Didn't even notice that for a second. Cool. That took care of one of my complaints. So my major complaint now is can't hold the spear that well, and the hair blocks him from looking up. Aside from that, really good figure. Oh, and he comes with a leg for Zabu. Speaking of Zabu, from what I've got here, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Like I said, I just gotta find Cable, and I gotta find Dark Thor, which I could care less for Dark Thor, to be honest, but I need the head. But, yeah, this is feeling pretty good. Needless to say, I am much happier with these two figures than I was with the previous two. So, you've got a figure that completes a team that we've been needing for quite some time, and I almost want to say it was worth the wait. They did not half-ass her. They did not give her that crappy single-joint buck that they were doing before with the other female characters. So, yeah, this was worth the wait for her. I am very pleased with Wolfsbane. Kazar, great action figure. Like, if you're not a Marvel Legend fan, you just want to have a caveman, he's great. My only biggest complaint is he can't hold this spear, which is a damn shame, because this spear is really well done. So, maybe somebody can come up, 3D print a better hand for it, because this pistol grip just ain't going to work, unless you want to have your caveman packing handguns. Aside from that, though, give him the dagger. Hell, I got myself a Mark Singer Beastmaster figure, and all is right with the world. I cannot believe I just made that reference. But let me know your thoughts down below. You know, I mean, are you collecting this figure collecting this wave for the tiger because it's a damn cool tiger? Are you collecting it because you need to complete your teams? Are you passing on it because you have no interest? Let me know down below. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We're getting that much closer to 500, folks. If you like this video, hit that like button. Put those comments in. But most importantly, as always, until next time, you know what? I think I might need to take a break from Marvel Legends. I got something cool hopefully coming in. Yeah, we'll see. Where was I going? Oh, right. And as always, until next time, take care. Peace.